Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about Uldir. More specifically, we're going to be talking about one of the brand new raid sets coming to the game in Battle for Azeroth. So if you didn't know, Uldir is going to be the first raid tier of the new expansion, and they've recently started raid testing on the alpha servers just last week, and it's shaping up to be a really cool looking raid. The last boss is the Blood God Cahoon, who looks amazing, and I can't wait to see what kind of encounter we see with him. As so far I've been pretty impressed with the direction they're going in the raid and dungeon design. So before we get into the armor, you're probably wondering why there isn't 12 different raid sets for this raid. Well, in Battle for Azeroth, Blizzard are removing tier set bonuses and the items from future raids, and going with a generic style of gearing, with sets for cloth users, leather users, mail, and plate. So instead of 12 new sets each raid, we're now going to get 4. I definitely have my own opinion on this, but I'll leave that for the end. So enough of me babbling on, let's take a look at the mail raid set from Uldir. So this raid set currently has a normal model and a mythic model, so let's start off by checking out the normal variant. So this is it. As you can see, this set comes in 3 different colours. I personally think the orange one looks best. We don't currently know if one of these colours will be the heroic version. The game files really don't give us any indication of this. At first glance, you can obviously see this set is made out of mail. It has a layer of scale armour underneath the metal plates. This is something we've seen on mail armour in WoW for years, and it's a type of armour which has been used throughout history. I think for the most part, the set doesn't look too bad. Well, some of it. The worst parts for me have to be the shoulders and helm. The shoulders really don't do it for me, and they aren't anything special in my opinion. And the helm? Well, on most races, it just looks really silly. I don't know what they could do to make it look good, but I just really dislike the design. Overall, for the normal and possible heroic set, I don't think it's too bad, but I don't think this set is suited for a shaman or hunter, and I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see many of them running around with it in game. So let's now check out the mythic level armor. So this set only comes in one colour, and it's this nice looking gold set. So let's break this down. This set has a few new 3D assets on the gear to make it stand out from its normal counterpart. Boots now feature some metal plates on top of them, and the belt buckle has evolved to now have some straps hanging down, complete with physics while running and jumping. The gloves also have some metal plates on them, which improve them tenfold, so the legs and chest have been reused, but obviously with the new colour on them, it doesn't make it too obvious. Now onto the shoulders, and so at first glance I honestly thought they were a recolor of the Midsummer Fire Festival shoulders. Sorry Blizzard, but I gotta admit, although they do look very similar, they've also done their best to make them look unique, with additions such as straps hanging down with similar physics to the belt buckle. This is something we've seen on Warfront armor as well, and it's a great direction for overall armor design. So the helm is a slight improvement from the normal mode, but I'm still not a fan. I think the addition of the glowing eyes does bring the helm to life, and it doesn't look too bad on certain races. So obviously this set is for hunters and shamans, and do I think it's suited for hunter and shaman? Well, honestly, not really. So I believe one of the reasons from changing from 12 to 4 sets is for them to work harder on each set, and for the set to represent the raid itself. So you'd look at this and you'd instantly know that this is an armor set from the Titan research facility Uldir. So comparing the art style of the raid and this armor, I'd say they've done a good job in doing that, with similar designs used throughout. So I suppose these sets aren't meant to represent the classes so much, instead they're meant to look like an armor type from that location. So that's pretty much all I've got to say about the Uldir raid armor. Currently this is the only armor in the game files, but I'll be covering the other 3 sets once they make their way in. Obviously, if you want me to. So let me know down below what your thoughts are on this armor, and if you do play a hunter or shaman, do you think you'll be using this set in your future transmog sets? I'd love to know what you guys think. So before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons and YouTube sponsors. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to support the channel in that way, links are down below. So leave a like on this video if you liked it guys, and subscribe if you haven't. I also have a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. Link is down below. And with that, I'll see you next time.